Hello everybody, welcome to our cheese store in Edam, our Henry Willis cheese store. Unfortunately, we cannot go outside right now due to the coronavirus. Normally we offer cheese tasting in our tasting room in Amsterdam. But now, because we cannot go there, we are trying to offer you this experience at home. I'm going to show you how to make the best cheese platter in the world. My name is Niek, and first we're going to go to the farm to show you how the cheese is made. And after that, we're going to come back to the store and show you here how you can make the best cheese platter in the world. If you have any questions during the stream, please leave them in the comments below and then we can answer them as best as we can. Hello everybody, welcome at the Henry Willig farm in the middle of Katwoude. Look at this beautiful area. We are at our organic Jersey farm right now. Look at these lovely ladies, they are very happy at the moment, ready to go outside at the beginning of the day. They are outside at least 6 or 7 months a year and they can feed on all this beautiful grass around here. Close to Amsterdam, but still in the middle of a big farming area, as you can see. And we're about to show you our beautiful milking farm, the milking machines, and we can see how the cows make use of those. Welcome everybody! Okay, as you can see, I'm being smothered by calf love at the moment. They're extremely cute and I'm a very happy man because not many people get the chance to stand right in between them. These young cute babies are about 3 to 4 weeks old. In my opinion they look almost like little bubbies. And they're on their way to produce the best quality milk in the world, you could say. They're very curious. I'm going to stay here a while and lose myself amongst them. Today, perfect time to milk some cows. I'm going to show you how we do it here at the Henry Willig farm. Hello ladies! I'm standing now in front of the area where the cows can walk into the milking robot. As you can see, they have a big space and they're free to walk in whenever they feel like it. And this little red devil here is the machine that cleans the area of the leftover poo, so to say. We're standing now in front of the milking robot. As you can see, it's a big machine. And I'm going to explain to you how it works. As you can see, the cows can decide themselves when they want to get milk. The machine is fully automated, and what happens is that the teats of the cow will be cleaned beforehand. Then they will attach themselves. Look. Oh. Very interesting to see. Because the process here is fully automated, we can ensure that the safety is always guaranteed and the quality of the milk is also not touched by any human hands or anything. As you can see now, the milk is starting to flow through the hoses here. It will get stored in big tanks. We can make beautiful cheese from it later. Now I'm going to show you how we make the cheeses. First, what happens is we pour all the milk into this big cheese bath. We heat it up to around 29 degrees. And then we're going to add the rennet. That's a very important step. And this will separate the whey, which is the bottom moisture part, from the curds, and that you can see here on the top. This rennet is made from microbial source, so all these cheeses are also suitable for vegetarians. After the milk has set in this bath for half an hour with the rennet, and it has separated, then we can cut it with this big cheese knife. It takes a while and it needs also strong hands. And after that we can scoop out the cheese curds from the tank and put them in these molds. The molds get put under these presses the moisture will get pressed out of the cheese, and yeah, after 4 hours you're left with a nice round beautiful cheese. Of course they're not ready yet, we have to still put them in the salt water bath. This will make two things happen. One of them is, of course, the salt will add flavor to the cheese, but also it will make sure that the cheese can be preserved much longer. After a while they get out of the salt bath and they are ready to be matured. And we can make two types of cheese from them. This is the Edam cheese, and this is the Gouda cheese. And of course it doesn't stop there, because here at Henry Willig we can make many different flavors, but those we're going to show you while we're making the perfect cheese platter. Hi, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the time at the farm. You've now seen how the cheese is made, you've seen our lovely baby cows and of course our lovely robots. And now it's time to get your hands dirty and make some actual cheese platters here. First, of course, the question is, which platter do I use here? I have a few examples for that. This one is a very rustic cheese platter. It's a reed basket. It's nice to use, a lot will fit on it, so this would be a nice option. If you don't want as much cheeses, then a small platter would suffice. I have one over here, an example. It's a very beautiful one from the best cheese brand from Holland, Bosca. I'm going to use this cheese platter. As you can see, I'm planning to put a lot of cheese on the platter, so that's why I have this very big platter here. I like this one because it also has a rustic look. It's cut from one piece of wood, and you can put easily 5 cheeses and condiments on this one. Now we get to the most important part. Which cheeses do I use in the cheese platter? First, I'm going to start with my honorable mention. It didn't quite make the cut, but I really want to show you this one, because this is the cheese that we make from the milk that you've just seen at the farm. I also want to show you how to open a cheese like this. If you have one at home, it's very easy. You just peel the plastic. And you're gonna need this, a cheese slicer. In the Netherlands we say kaasschaaf. Practice that one at home, please. First you're gonna cut it like this. It's very easy, it's not hard at all. Gonna take away the crust, because it's not really edible. As you can see, it's very easy to do. Maybe also because I'm a little bit more experienced. Okay. This we don't need, so I'm gonna throw this here. Now you can cut the cheese, and I'm gonna use a Dutch cheese knife for this. By coincidence, I have one over here. Gonna cut it in 3 parts. So now you have 3 almost equal parts of cheese. And then you're gonna cut it in pizza wedges. This is what we like to do at Henry Willig. You can of course make your own size, your own shape, doesn't really matter. But we advise this. And then if you cut it, you have now this, you cut it 3 more ways, 3 more times, and you end up with beautiful cubes, not cubes, pieces of cheese. So this is the first cheese that I wanted to show you guys. It's not going to go on the cheese platter for a few reasons. 6 cheeses is actually worse than 5 cheeses in the cheese world, because an uneven number is, it tricks the brain. So it always seems like more cheese if you put an uneven number. So that's why I advise as well, if you don't have as much to spend, or if you don't have that many people to eat the cheese, go for 3 instead of 4. I'm going to go for 5. I like really strong cheeses, so this one is not going to make the cut here. Secondly, I want to start with the white crust family cheese. There are 7 families in the cheese world, and I'm going to start with the least strong one that I have, and that is the farmhouse camembert over here. It's a really nice pungent smell. Oh, getting hungry already. This one is made from raw cow's milk, so that always adds a little bit to the taste as well. This one is the first one I'm going to put on the platter here. What you can always do as well to make it more appealing to dig into the cheese platter is cut a little piece off with a cheese knife and just put it next to it like this, so that people know it's actually edible. Put the knife next to it. If you don't have access to this camembert, you can also use a brie, or this is a reblochon. This one a little bit more strong, brie a little bit more accessible. You can use whatever you want, as long as it has a white crust, then it's fine. Secondly, I'm going to give you the red crust cheese. Oh. And for this one, I've chosen the taleggio. It's an Italian cheese, very strong smell. And what they do with this one is they wash it with a bacterial mixture, the crust, so that it develops a really strong smell. But don't be scared by the smell, because this cheese is a very creamy, delicious one. Very good as a second option for your cheese platter. With this, I would also cut a little piece into it. I'm going to use this cheese knife with the holes in the middle, so that it will not stick to the blade. I'm going to cut a little hole in the cheese, little piece you're going to cut like this. Put it next to it. Well, instantly it looks more appealing. I'm going to put the knife next to it again, or on top. Thirdly, a goat cheese, very important as well for any cheese platter. You could also switch it up with a sheep's cheese, but I really like goat cheese. And I'm going to use this one. And not entirely by coincidence, it's also from our own cheese brand, from Henry Willig. This is a belegen cheese, that means it's semi-matured. So it is not the strongest goat cheese you can find, but still very, very delicious. One of my favorites to put on here, and I think this is a lovely piece, so I'm going to put it here as well. And this one, of course, take the crust off, because this one crust you cannot eat. And then the fifth cheese I'm going to choose, the fifth one is this one, the aged Dutch gouda cheese. Extremely, extremely good, also from Henry Willig. It's called Pure Perfection for a reason. And as you can see, I hope, it has little salt crystals inside. And that happens if the cheese gets very old. Moisture will go out of the cheese, and the crystals inside will be more, it will show more of them. It adds a little crunch to the cheese. And this is probably my favorite cheese on the whole cheese platter. Very important one. If you don't have this at home, you cannot find it, you can also go for a different old Dutch gouda cheese. Or maybe instead for an Edam cheese. It's a little bit different, a little bit milder in taste, but hey, it's also a hard cheese, it's also a Dutch cheese. So it can also replace the old gouda. Lastly, on the cheese platter, I'm going to use a blue cheese. No cheese platter can be complete without one. And I have chosen, in this case, for the Cabrales, a Spanish cheese. Very, very strong. If you don't like strong cheeses, please don't go for this. But if you do still want a blue cheese, let me just move it slightly so that you can all see. If you do want a blue cheese, but not a strong one, then maybe you can go for the Roquefort or a Saint-Agur, maybe, if you're in France. If you're in England, you can also use the Stilton, of course. Very, very nice cheese as well. A little bit less creamy, but very strong as well. So now that we have completed the cheese platter, of course we're gonna need a little bit more stuff to add to this. But for me, as a dessert, cheese dessert, this is probably the best cheese platter you can ever make at home. If you have less money to spend, or if you have not as many people to enjoy this cheese, because as you can see, it's quite a lot, then take two away. From these three, I would maybe take the taleggio and the blue one, so that you can have still a milder cheese, a little bit stronger, and a very strong cheese here. So let's look at these cheeses a little bit closer so that you can all see them very well. Here we have the farmhouse camembert. This one is the Italian taleggio. This one is the golden goat from Henry Willig. Here we have the pure perfection aged gouda cheese. And last but not least, the blue cabrales from Spain. So yeah, that is the beginning of the perfect cheese platter, but now we're gonna need some condiments and wine, of course. So now we've made the perfect cheese platter, and of course you're gonna need to drink something with the cheese as well. I have a few tips for you here, stalled out, and I'm gonna guide you through each cheese wine combination, and then finally I'm going to explain to you the best wine for this whole cheese platter, because you're not gonna serve 5 wines. So I also have one particular one that suits all the cheeses quite well. If you don't drink wine, you don't drink alcohol at all, you can go for some fruit juice. I would recommend grape juice because it adds a nice sweetness to the platter. Or maybe if you don't like wine, I have also this beer here. Beer and cheese are also a very happy couple. IPA for a stronger cheese, blonde beer for a milder cheese. Just the stronger the cheese, the stronger the flavor of the drink. That's a nice rule of thumb to remember. Okay, well the first cheese that didn't make the cheese platter was the Jersey cheese. It is a very mild cheese, so I have chosen this Pinot Blanc. It is from the Alsace region. It's light and fruity, very great with mild cheeses, and a fresh and balanced taste. So this one you can drink with any mild cheese, very good wine. Secondly, with the camembert, already a little bit stronger cheese, I'm going to present the Chardonnay. It's from the Pays d'Oc region in France. It's a very fresh taste, a little bit apricot citrusy flavor, soft and delicious wine, and a little bit like apple cider as well. So it adds a nice fruity flavor to your cheese platter. Very nice as well. Let me see here, which one? Yeah, thirdly, the Valpolicella from Italy, of course, made to go with the taleggio cheese. As you can see, it's a red wine, first one of the batch. And this one is very special because the normal Valpolicella that they make is already delicious, but this one is fermented for a second time in the barrel with some Amarone grape skins. Very sweet grapes, so this adds a whole other flavor and dimension to the wine. It is firstly a light and fragrant wine, but then it adds a whole another complexity to the taste. And this is also from the same region as the cheese. Of course, always a nice bonus. The fourth one, with the goat cheese. Very, very nice one. As you can see, this is a rosé. It's called Esprit Gachier, and it's from the Provence coast. It has notes of citrus in it. It is a slight final acidity as well. So a dry taste, not overpowering, and it's very refreshing. Some people think rosé is only used in the summer, but I like to disagree with that. Rosé can go all the time of the year, especially with some nice goat cheese here. So best combination. And then this one here, for the pure perfection Henry Willig old gouda cheese, I have chosen this, gonna pronounce it wrong, but Hoja de Cadenas, a Spanish one. Very, very nice wine as well. It's a red wine from the region of Valencia. Bold, full, dry taste, 1 year aged in the barrel, so the notes of the oak barrel is coming through the wine very nice. And it's a very good everyday wine as well. So, little spoiler, this one I'm going to serve with the cheese platter later. So I'm going to leave it here. Finally, the blue cheese. Very strong cheese, so a very sweet wine is needed for this one. And I have chosen for the Fustanova. Very nice sweet dessert wine. From the Moscatel grape, so always Moscatel grapes, very sweet, and it gives a very nice and sweet wine. The acidity and the sugars go in a perfect harmony in this one, and it's great with strong blue cheese, so with the Cabrales. And of course, Spanish wine, Spanish cheese. As you can see, I've tried to make it an international cheese platter in the cheese department and the wine department, so it appeals to all of you guys at home. And yeah, if you have to choose one wine only, like I said, go for this one. It's a very nice wine to go with all kinds of different cheeses, and also if you don't have cheese, you can still drink it. It's very good. Gonna pour a glass for you right now, if I can open it. Probably doing this wrong as well, but hey, I'm a rude Dutch guy, so very nice. So now we have the drinks, and now it's time for a very important part as well, the condiments. If you make a cheese platter for a dessert, you're not going to need that many condiments, maybe only some jams or some fruit, some exotic fruit, as you can see over here on this beautiful wheel of Parmesan. But if you're going to serve cheese platter before dinner, maybe between 3 and 5 in the afternoon, then you're going to want some nice stuff to go with the platter as well. And I have a few examples of that over here. First, I'm going to start with fig bread. This is a must-have on all cheese platters, in my opinion. This one in particular is made with almonds inside, so it adds a nice crunch. And I would put this one with the blue cheese because it is very sweet. I'm going to cut a little piece for you and put it next to the blue cheese so that the people know who's going to eat it, that you have to eat these two together. Of course, you can put them by all the cheeses, but I recommend it with that one. So that is the fig bread. Second, we're going to need some dips for the cheese. And I have a few over here. And I want to start with mustard. You're going to think, what? Mustard with cheese? Yes, in the Netherlands we love it. We love it. And I'm a big fan as well. And I'm going to choose my favorite one, the traditional Dutch mustard with the whole seeds inside. Let me show you. I'm also going to put some in this cup over here, so to present it in a nice way. Hoppa! Looks very good already, and what you can do is cube the cheese up, and then you can dip the cubes in the mustard. That's at least what we do here in the Netherlands. Every Dutch birthday party that I've ever been had a big platter full of cubes of cheese and sausage with a bowl of mustard in the middle. People go crazy on it, so please give it a try at home. If you don't like the strong taste of normal mustard, you have a few alternatives. For example, I have here a pepperdew mustard, or I have this sweet cranberry mustard. You are all familiar with honey mustard probably, so those are good alternatives if you don't really like the strong mustard taste. Then the dips, the sweet jams. This is my favorite of the ones that we sell in the store, and it's made with a really strange combination, a ginger pineapple dip. Very good. And I'm gonna serve this with the goat cheese. Let me put it in a nice bowl for you. Don't be shy. Less is more normally, but not on a cheese platter. So as you can see, maybe I can show you like this. It's a nice bright yellow color. Again, cube the cheese up. Put some jam or dip on it. You're gonna love it, guys. You're gonna love it. If you don't like ginger, or you want another jam, or you cannot get this at home, you could maybe go for a nice cherry jam, or maybe some chutney. Onion chutney is very nice. It adds a little savoriness to the cheese platter. So that would be a nice alternative. And then what do we have here as? Oh yeah, this one. It's not really to put on the cheese platter, but it's great next to it. Olives are, of course, very nice addition to all before dinner snack activities. So I'm going to put this as well. Over here, I have some cheesy crackers. These are very, very nice, a little bit crunchy. So perfect to add in front of the cheese or in a separate bowl maybe. And then finally, I have here these nice kletsen toast. It is crunchy, and this is to put some cheese on top. Of course, you can also use a normal cracker or normal toast if you don't have these fancy ones at home. But these have some fig inside, so it adds a little sweetness as well. And I would put my camembert on this one. So I think now we have all the condiments we need. As you can see, it's a whole selection of delicious, delicious stuff. With the wine, with the cheese, with the condiments. People are gonna love this cheese platter, so please give it a try at home. Maybe surprise your loved ones. It's very, very nice. And I hope you all enjoyed. So this concludes the making of the best cheese platter in the world. If you would please subscribe to the Get Your Guide channel, that would be awesome, guys. Please do so. Don't forget to save this activity to the wish list if you liked it. You can visit one of our stores. In Germany, we have one, in Austria, and of course many in the Netherlands. So if this whole time is over, please come visit us. And finally, I would also like to request to purchase the Get Your Guide gift card. Very important as well. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in one of our stores so I can make this cheese platter for you personally. Bye bye!